My name is Martin Priest, welcome to Active Life Therapy and Fitness, and today we're going on to session number 6. So, a couple of things that you're going to need for today will be, as ever, foam roller, some water, and we're going to need 1 to 2 dumbbells, just across the hand safely there, as well as one of your weights. So you can take that from your dumbbells if you wish, or if you've got a separate one, then use a separate one. It's going to be a little bit heavy, so that's all I'll say on that one for now. So we've got the usual thing of we're going to start with some rotations and then a warm-up with lots of different moves. Then we're going to go into our cardio HIIT session. That's going to increase slightly today. I want your cardio elements to be around 60%, and then those 10 seconds are going to be at 100% as ever. But we're going to up that time in the cardio session from 50 seconds to 1 minute. So we're gradually increasing in volume here. Then we've got 2 exercises for our strength session. One after the other, rest, and then do them again. Then a core exercise, and then cool down, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get going. Start off with head to toe, please. And then just start warming up your joints, getting them moving, getting your body prepared. And then ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. And then drop the chin to the front. Brilliant. Let's go onto the shoulders, on the forward, and then backwards. And then arms out to the side. Small circles. Keeping upright. Put your shoulder blades together a little bit, keep them back. And then bigger circles. And then much bigger circles. And then small circles backwards. And then a bit bigger. And then bigger again. Great. And then push-outs. 1 hand forward, 1 hand back. Then let's put hands on our hips, small circles one way. And then get bigger. Feeling out for any of those aching or tight spots that you might have, making a note of them. And then small circles the other way. And then hopefully they'll go up throughout the session. Or if they need a bit more of a warm-up, then you know how to do that. And bigger circles. Good. Feet together, hands just above the kneecaps, forwards and backwards. And then left and right, very slightly, not going too far. And then small circles one way. And then small circles the other way. And then up onto your toes and down again. I'm just going to rock back on your heel as well this time. To your toes, rock back on the heel. Use your glutes and your core to control it when you're going back. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to go to a warm-up. I'm going to set my time for this. I'll set it for the next one. So what we're going to do is we've got 4 exercises here for your warm-up, and we're just going to run through them. And I'll just tell you when to change as we go along, okay? It's going to take a few minutes. Here's the demonstrations. Have a go so you know what you're doing. Our first one is left, right. Jumping forwards and back, back to centre, forwards and back, back to centre, and then out to the side, back to centre. So you've got forwards, back, centre, forwards, back, centre, side, centre, twice, side, centre. Forwards, back, centre, forwards, back, centre, side, centre, side, centre. So that's exercise number 1 to really get your heart rate going. Then exercise number 2. We've got some push-ups. Oh, we know this. So you squeeze your glutes, back is straight, push out, squeeze your glutes as you come back up. So that will be the second exercise that we're doing today. From there, we're going to go into some T presses. That means press up position, but we're not going to do the press up, we're just going to reach out to the side. And as ever, if you want to make this easier, come down onto your knees. I say easier, what I mean is at your level. We'll bring it out to the side, and then to finish that 4 exercise sequence, we're going to do the mountain climbers to the side, and then you pulse it, pulse and jump back, or with no pulse. So you're just alternating like so. And we want to keep the heart rate about 50%, going up into the 60%. It's going to be gradual. So slow down and speed up, or make any of those changes as you need to. Okay, so we're just going to do this for a couple of minutes. Here we go. So the skater ones first. Forward, centre, out to the side, out to the side. Front, back, centre, side. Front, back, centre. I did that completely wrong. Side, forward, centre, side. Okay? Just go at your own pace. Slow down if you need to. We're going to go into our next exercise in a moment, which is the push-ups. Here we go. So, hands interlocked, push forward, squeeze your glutes, come back up. So if you like me, that first exercise has got your heart going quite quickly already. But this one is going to bring you back down a little bit more to the zone that we want to be in. Going to have 50-60% area. Okay, next one. T presses, or T presses in the various positions. So press the position and reach, twist and reach. Go at your own pace. And then from there, quite a hard one from that is the alternating mountain climbers. Okay, back up. Let's do another round. So, forward, centre, side, side. Go. Forward, centre. So like very small jumping lunges with star jumps. Last one, into our next exercise, push out. Squeeze the glutes, let your heart rate come back down whilst working your hamstrings and your glutes, as well as a dynamic stretch for your upper body. Okay, T presses. I feel like I'm working really hard here, so I'm going to go into the box press up position. And we're still doing a warm up. I don't want it to be that hard at this point. I'm saving myself for that. I'm just getting my body ready. If it's too hard, I change it up. Really reach that hand back, open up the chest. 2 more. And go to mountain climbers. Here we go. And 2 more. Okay, brilliant. Oh, well done. Let's do a couple of stretches. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling that in my shoulders from that last set of mountain climbing. So, interlock the hands behind, stretch it up, head down if you want to. Hold that for 8 seconds. Brilliant. Hands forward, bring you out to the side, stretch the chest out, and then bend your wrists and point your hands backwards for a further stretch. Okay, go shoulder width apart with your feet, let's bend down. Let yourself hang. Let the weight of your head just stretch out your calves, your hamstrings. Then squeeze the glutes, slight bend in the leg. Bring yourself back up onto thighs, hold on to something if you need to. And then pull your foot up, feeling the stretch in your thigh here. And then other leg. Alright, brilliant. So, going to go into our cardio HIIT session now, and that's going to be 10 seconds as much as you can, followed by, rather than 50 seconds, we're going to do 60 seconds at our cardio aerobic pace. So you're looking up to 60% today. Okay, so not 50, but up to 60% of your effort. And I'm going to do 3 exercises twice, so 6 exercises in total. Going to take about 11 minutes again. And the first one we got is a press up with a raised arm. So this is kind of the middle ground that I'm going to be doing today. So again, press up position, hands are shoulder width apart, and then you move your thumbs to where your little fingers are, and that gives you that 3, kind of 1.5 distance shoulder width apart. With your back straight, your core engaged, you're coming down so that your elbows are coming not straight out, not straight back, but somewhere in between. And then from there, once you come back up, you raise one arm, go back into a press up, you raise the other arm. If you want to make that harder, what I'd like you to do is raise one leg as you do the press up, come back up, leg goes down, you raise the same arm. Other leg goes up, leg goes down, arm comes up. And that makes it a little bit harder if you want that extra challenge today, if you're ready for that challenge. Otherwise, go into a box position. So the box is here, that shape, and do your press up here. Again, we're going for as many as you can, or bring it back a little bit further, and that gives you your 3/4 press up position. So that's exercise number 1. You choose which one you want to do for that. And then from there, we're going to go into a goblet squat. So what you'll need to do for this one, for your next exercise for the 10 seconds, goblet squat, I like to hold onto the dumbbell, the weights here, go into a normal squat, and back up. If you want to make this harder, give yourself a jump. If you want to make it easier, just get rid of the weight, come down, hands come forward, and just imagine you're sitting on the chair. Or just don't go down as far. Whatever you're at, whatever level you're at, go with that. And then from there, our last one, squat thrust to squat hold. Oh, you love this one. Squat thrust to squat hold. So, squat thrust is this. Now what I'd like you to do is when you come forward, is to go into a squat position, hold it, back down. Hold it, back down. Now if you can't do that, then stick to just squat thrusts for 10 seconds. Okay? If you can do that, what I'd like you to do is add a press up into that as well. So you squat thrust, you come back, press up, hold. Hopefully better balance than that. Here it is again, back, press up, hold. Okay? Now, in between that, we're going at our cardio pace for our aerobic pace for 1 minute. And that's a fantastic upper body and core exercise for you to do. It's a half wood chop with a head rotation. It looks a bit like this. Get your plate or take it off your dumbbell if you need to, and then you swing it 45 degrees the other way, bring it around your head, core still engaged, and then it comes down the other way. Then you go the other side, around the head, down to the side. Comes up at 45 degrees, and this is a fantastic mobility exercise as well. So that's going to be our 1 minute in between each exercise, bringing you down to about 60%. If you have another weight, do have it handy, because after that first round, you'll probably have a very good idea as to what weight you want to be using. But wherever you do, don't use the dumbbells, because you're likely to hit yourself in the head. We don't want that. So I'm just going to set up the timer for today's session. So our work interval is 10 seconds, or our hard work interval is 10 seconds. And our rest is for a minute. We've got 1, 2, 3 exercises times 2. That's 6 times round. There you go, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 minutes. We are going in 5 seconds. Our first exercise, press up with raised arm. Okay, here we go. Go. As much and as hard as you can. Keep control. Rest. Drop your plate, half foot chop to head circle. Come really far down. Swing it. Keep that core engaged. And really try and keep your hips still. It's the upper body and your core that's doing the work here. Add a little bit of leg to assist it if you need to. That's okay. 30 seconds. You want to be at 60% max here. We're working your aerobic part. 20 seconds. So next exercise we're going to is the goblet squat. So 1 dumbbell or no dumbbells. And then squatting, or if you want to make it harder, you add a jump. Okay? 5 seconds. Here we go. Let's grab it. Go! As many as you can. 10 seconds. Imagine sitting on a chair. Rest. Overhead. Reverse wood chop. Sit overhead. It's 2 down. So during this part, you should be able to speak a sentence. That's what we're going for. Then you know you get the right effort. Have a bend in the knees, a soft bend in the knees, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your abs. And then whether adjust the weight or you adjust the speed at which you're going at in order to keep yourself into that zone. And really stretch it around your back. Okay, next exercise, squat thrusts to squat holds. Here we go, press the position, thrust, hold. As many as you can. Rest. Okay, grab your weight again. Here we go. Really open up your lat muscles, which is on the side of your back, by bringing it around. Squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes. 30 seconds left. 10 seconds. Halfway through, press up with, put the weight down, press up with arm raise. Go. Rest. Breath weight. We'll chop it up. — 30 seconds left. Keep it at 60 if you can. 20 seconds left. Second exercise will be the squat with your dumbbell in front of you, called the goblet squat. Add a jump if you need to, or no weight if you need to. 5 seconds. Okay, weight down. Grab your dumbbell. As many as you can. Okay, wait. Here we go. Okay, our next one. Squat thrust. So isometric squat hold. If you want to make that easier, you do the squat jump, just the squat thrust, and if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, then go into a press up to go with that as well. 20 seconds. Now, if you are super fit, by all means, press pause and do 2 rounds again or 1 round again. Okay? Okay, 5 seconds. Here we go. Weight goes down. Here you go. Squat thrust to hold. As many as you can in 10 seconds. Rest. And then reverse switch up. Bring it round. Open up your back. Open up your lats. And really work lots of different angles here, because your body moves in lots of different angles, so we work them in lots of different ways. Engage that glute. I don't know about you, but I'm squeezing my toes into the ground as well to really get that balance and stability. 20 seconds. There you go, 10 seconds. One more.
Congratulations, your workout is complete.
Oh, not quite for you. Alright, let's close that down for now. Brilliant. Well done. That was not easy. Get yourself a drink. Alright, so while you get some recovery from that, which you'll need in order to do the strength part of today's session, and you just carry on with that recovery, and if you get that recovery, you'll do the strength part a lot better, which is what we want. So you'll need your dumbbells in today's session for this strength element, and we're doing 12 to 15 repetitions of each. The first one we're going for is going to be a push press. So what you do is to pick up your dumbbells, so just bring them back a bit so you can see them, have them by your side. You go into that, imagine you're sitting on a chair, put onto your dumbbells, and then you deadlift it up, keeping your back straight as you do so, okay? Now, our push press, if you curl it up from there, your starting position is here. And your push press looks like this. So what you do is you bend your knees ever so slightly, still keep it balanced. From there, push up, and your dumbbells come up in the air as well. So it's like a little squat and a shoulder press at the same time. So we're doing 12 to 15 of these, and we're doing 2 rounds. So if you can, you may want to go a little bit heavier on this one, okay? So that's the first one. Our second exercise, so we've done some legs, we've done some shoulders and arms on that one. It's going to be some skater hops. So, the skater hop looks like this. It's quite a good agility exercise. Jump to the side, leg comes behind, and you squat. Now you can either touch your foot down at this point, or you can leave it up in the air. It's a little bit harder. Jump to the other side. So we did 12 to 15 of those. I say 12 to 15. I want to balance it out, so 12 to 16. Side to side. If you want to make that a bit easier, I want you to go into side lunges. You're welcome to add that goblet squat kind of into it as well, by holding your dumbbell up here, if you want to add a little bit of weight. 12 to 16. That makes it a little bit easier. If you want to make it a little bit harder, I know some of you do, you would go, so you do your jump, pulse, and then jump again. So you're doing a one-legged squat in between. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Now this is a good kind of aerobic exercise in its own right, but I wanted to make this one a strength one. Make sure you know how to do it before we start adding it to a cardio kind of exercise. So 2 rounds, 45 seconds rest in between each. Okay, so we're going to start off with the push press. If you need to make your dumbbells a lot heavier, if you can, then press pause and do that now. Otherwise, we're going to go straight into it. That's about 2-minute rest you've had, which is perfect. Dumbbells are inside, squat down, deadlift them up, curl them up by keeping your elbows into the side. Here we go. So we're going at a slower pace here. Here comes 1. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. That's 5. 6. Keep with me if you can. 7. 8. 9. 10, 11, 12, it's fine if you stop there, 13, 14, 15, let's make it uniform. With the skate hop, 16, curl it back down, deadlift it down, move them to one side, cross your dumbbells over so they're not rolling around. We're going to go straight into skate hops. Here we go, jump to one side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stop there if you want to. 13, 14, 15, one more, and 16. Now if you're putting the pulse in there, you wanted it harder anyway, but you may have to do that at a slightly slower pace, okay? So we're going to rest for 45 seconds. Get a drink. Oh, then we're going to go again. One more round. So even though this is only for only, I'm sort of aiming it at roughly beginners, and then you can make the adaptations as I've given to you if you want to. But even though I'm saying this is for a beginner, if you've done that one set and go, can't do anymore, that's fine. Don't do any more. Like I always say, the important thing is that you're doing something, and then fitness and strength, it gradually gets there over time, okay? So be patient with it. I can't see how hard you're working, so you're going to have to kind of judge that for yourself, okay? So we're deadlift, back up, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more, 16, okay, deadlift it back down, put them over into skater hops, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, really control your movement, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, stop if you need to, 13, 14, 15, one more, 16, brilliant, take another rest, we're going to go to our core exercises in 1 minute's time. Again, if you're super fit, then rewind it, do that again. 1 or 2 sets, it's up to you. You know your own fitness level, what you can take. But as a guide, I try to do just enough to stress my system so that I could go again tomorrow. In my head, that's how I like to work. And I'll let you use that as a gauge for yourself as well. So, we're going to rest. Our core exercise today is going to be you lying on your back in a leg raise position, like so, and then you can push your feet towards the ceiling and then back down. Okay, just move this. Here it is again. Lying on your back, push your feet towards the ceiling and back down. That will be 1 rep. It's all about raising your glutes off the floor and using your stomach to do that. If you want to make that a little bit easier, you can just do leg push-ups, like so, as an option. Otherwise, I think these are pretty hard in their own right. Or you could go for a V-sit. So as you push up, you can bring your body up at the same time, okay? But I'm going for 8 to 12 repetitions. We're going to do 2 sets. Here's the first one. Try and stay with me if you can. That's 1, push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, take a rest. You should really feel that on the lower part of your stomach, your abs. That's where you're feeling it. And we're going to go for 1 more round. Again, if you're super fit, do another round. But just make this recording work for you, is what I'm saying to you. So 8 to 12 repetitions. So you can either do push out from there, or you can use your hands to come up at the same time, okay? Here we go, let's give you 5 seconds. Raise your legs up, get into position. 3, 2, 1, and then up, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's 12. Brilliant. Oh, nice one. That's a hard one. than usual, but a hard one, especially if the old lowest one. Okay, let's start releasing this lactic acid from your system by doing a bit of a cool down. Do a couple of exercises. I'll explain those in a second. Again, it's normally like a warm up at the start. So rather than doing the front, back, side, I just need to jog on the spot for this one. So what that's doing is it's using your muscles at a much lower rate to squeeze out the lactic acid and bring it back to your heart to then dissipate it. And then bring it down much further. No more than 50% here. I kind of want to go 50%, 40% effort. You can hold a conversation easily when you're doing this one. So adjust your speed or your leg height as necessary. Okay, we're going to go into the push-outs now. Here you go, hands together, push out, squeezing those glutes, especially on the way back up. Great. Okay, we're going to go for knee, bring it up to your chest, pull it, and back down. I always like doing these at the end as part of the cool down. Really feel it stretching out my back and just relaxing the back as I do it. Okay, next one we're going to go into is the T-press. This time I do advise you go on your hands and knees for this one. Just stretch it out, come back down, out and down. And you're probably finding yourself at about 20% effort here, but that's fine. This is all helping to bring your body back to its normal pre-exercise state. Okay, from there, go into the mountain climbers. Stretch it down a little bit, bring it back. Don't do the jump, just bring the leg to the side. Stretch your groin out ever so slightly, so there, push it down, come back up. Down and up. Okay, come back up. Just run on the spot again. Jog on the spot. Keep it nice and light. Should be about 40% now. If it starts to creep up, bring it down, slow it down a little bit. Alright, push-ups, hands together, push it out, squeeze the glutes, come back up. Well done. The hard stuff, done. I hope you like that one. And that was a hard session again. And I hope you're starting to find your feet with this and really finding your own level. What works for you, how much you can do, and you're pushing yourself to the right level as well. Knees to chest. I'm not really feeling like you need to do those extra reps. You don't have to do those extra reps if you're pushing yourself way too hard, or if your technique is breaking down as a result of that. Don't need to do those. Just be patient with it, it will come. Okay, so we're going to go into T-presses on our knees. Just that side rotation, just a reach, opening up the chest, 2 more. Then into slow mountain climbers. So left leg up, let it relax down, your hip relax down, and then squeeze the glute, come back up. And 2 more. Brilliant. And then bring yourself back up. Again, I think your thighs have been working hard today, so hold on to something if you need to. Going to stretch out your quads by holding onto your foot. We're going to hold this one for about 15 seconds. Helps relax the muscle, stretch it back out, lengthen it out. Helps get rid of the waist as well. A bit like the warm down. Okay, slowly release. Get the leg up. Just feel that mild tension stretch. You're not stretching hard here, it's not painful. Hi, hamstrings. Let yourself hang down. Just let the weight of your head just stretch out your hamstrings. Squeeze your glutes, soft bend in the knee. Come back up. Open arms wide. Stretch out the chest. This will help get rid of any lactic from this press-ups that you've been doing. Then from there, bring your right arm across, push the elbow into your neck, and then also from there, to get a better stretch, if you square your shoulders back up, keep your hand where it is and square your shoulders up, and you should feel it on this part of your shoulder. Okay, mild tension. And then release that one. Left arm goes across your neck. And from there, square your shoulders back. Brilliant. So, last thing, we're going to do some foam rolling, and we're going to foam roll our glute medius, which is why I also want you to stretch right now as well. So, both legs out in front of you, left leg over your right to where your knee is, right arm comes across your left knee, you pull it towards you and you turn back at the same time. If you can't do that, then just don't cross that front leg at the start, and if you need more of a stretch, bring that front leg back up also, and that should give you more of a stretch, especially if you start pushing this glute down towards the floor. Again, 15 seconds, and then we're going to foam roll it as well. Okay, slowly release. Legs in front of you. Right leg comes over your left knee. Left arm locks around your right knee. Pull it over yourself and twist your upper body round to look behind you. And bend that front leg if you need to. Alright, great. Grab your foam roller and I'll show you how to get rid of some of those niggles that you might be getting in that area. So I'm going to start off with sitting on the foam roller, and then just like before I'm going to work this left glute medius both legs bent, and I'm going to put my left over my right, so it's in front of me here. And then I'm going to put my hand behind me and twist myself around so I'm directly onto that glute medius. And then just like all the foam rolling that we'll be doing really, you start off light, you put more pressure as the foam roller comes towards you or as you push away, and then you lift off as it goes in the opposite direction. So you're foam rolling with the most pressure towards your heart. Okay? And then you just find in any tight spots, you're gradually increasing the pressure, finding some tight spots, and as you increase that pressure, just slow the foam rolling down. And then twist it even further to get all the way around. Find yourself a tight spot, and then just tack it there, which means just hold it. And we're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Then lift, release, and then foam roll it lightly back through again. Here from here you can find some more tight spots if you wish, or you can find a tight spot, hold it, and then just rotate your hips back and forth to kind of saw it back and forth really. And then lift, release, foam roll it back through. And then, same thing on the other side. Sit your foam roller, cross your right leg over your left, right hand goes back, twist yourself around, and then start off lightly. Give it a little bit more depth, slow it down. Just going to bring this back around to my glute a little bit more by twisting the other way. Find a tight spot, hold it down for 10 seconds. And then that tightness should gradually get less. It certainly won't get worse. If it gets worse, then come off there straight away. Then you lift and lightly flush it through, foam it through. Again, you can find a tight spot and just saw it back and forth. 10 seconds. And then flush that one through as well. Go a little bit deeper if you want to. Okay, I'm done. Hope you enjoyed that session. I really did. Very varied, all over body workout. It's cardio, anaerobic, cardio aerobic, strength training, core training, lots of different directions and angles. Yeah, I love it. It's great. Hope you're loving it too. And I'll see you next time for session number 7.